welcome back. It is Thursday. We're doing a Pokemon prediction video. I don't know if I'm going to finish up my Call Them spoiler video. I meant to do last night's, but I just didn't get around to it, and now so much has come out that it would just be too long a video in my mind. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. But we're talking about Pokemon Gen 9. Gen 9 predictions. We also have the announcement of Pokemon Snap's release date in the new trailer that came out, coming out April the 30th, which that's pretty soon, all things considered. So, happy about that. But yeah, we're talking Gen 9, and we're on the concept of the fossil Pokemon of Gen 9. What could we be looking at for the Pokemon of Gen 9 in terms of fossil Pokemon? Now, when thinking about fossil Pokemon, we have to think about all the ones that have come before, so we can think about what's going to continue to come afterwards. Likewise, we also should at least take into consideration the region. I shouldn't say the region per se, but the real world area, a place that the region is based off of. And, I was cleaning my glasses. That did not help. Probably because I spilled something in that spot on my shirt. So with, the first 4 generations, they were all based off Japanese-based locations. Therefore, crap. It's like I got this smear on my glasses and it won't go away. So we can't really gauge that one particularly well, because they were all just they were all Japanese based, so it doesn't really matter what Pokemon were there or were from there in terms of a real location. Then came Gen 5, and we had Tortuga and can't remember the other one, but the Archaeopteryx stand-in and the Turtle stand-in. Then we had Gen 6, which had Tyrantrum, a T-Rex, and Aurora, or Amorora. I can't remember the name of that one. The Sauropod. I don't know if those are really all traditional towards the French location, but yeah, I mean, that's what we had there. And then there were no fossil Pokemon in Gen 7. Gen 8 had the messed up Galar fossils, which is based off the concept of identifying fossils from different prehistoric animals into completely different creatures. So the question then becomes, what will the fossil Pokemon of Gen 9 be? Well, first off, I gotta ask the question, are we even gonna get Gen 9 fossil Pokemon? To date, there have only been 2 generations that did not have fossil Pokemon, Gen 2 and Gen 7. Now, it's entirely possible that Gen 9 could not have fossil Pokemon. We're going under the assumption that it is. We're also continuing these predictions under the assumption that what I believe Gen 9 will be is based off in India. So when I tried to look up anything specific to India, I quickly came to the conclusion that no, there was nothing specific I could really target for an Indian-based region. So instead, I decided to go for popular Pokemon or popular creatures, ancient creatures, that could still be fossil Pokemon that haven't shown up yet. Particularly some that people have kind of been demanding for a little bit, others where they might not be the first choice. And I came to 4 general conclusions. There is one other option I will throw out at the end, but for now, let's talk about the options we're going with. The first up is a Stegosaurus Pokemon. A Stegosaurus, it's one of the popular dinosaurs that has not been tackled yet in the Pokemon universe. I mean, we've got a long-necked dinosaur, Brontosaurus, Apatosaurus, whatever. We have Pachycephalosaurus, basically the headbutt Pokemon, the bone dome Pokemon, our dinosaur. We got that Pokemon. We got a Triceratops-based Pokemon. We got a Tyrannosaurus-based Pokemon. We have a Pterodactyl-based Pokemon. We also have Pokemon that aren't necessarily based on dinosaurs, but prehistoric animals overall, including Ammonite and Kabuto, which is basically a trilobite and a Nautilus. You have Lillipep, and I can't remember the name of the shrimp, but it's basically like a prehistoric shrimp and like an anemone. Prehistoric turtle and Archaeopteryx in Gen 5. And then the Galar fossils are kind of a mix of dinosaurs and like aquatic animals. I think Dunkleosteus is the one that for the head of the Dracovish and the body of, I believe it's Dracozolt. If I'm not Dracozolt, Draco-ish, or Dracovish, I believe it is. Not Dracovish. Zolt, I think it's basically the electric ice one. Couldn't remember the name of that one. Those ones are like that's like a, think words here. It's a, like some sort of seafaring, like, mammal or something like that. It's an aquatic animal. So those are kind of mixed and matched. So for this, I chose like 4 big ones that 2 are dinosaurs, 2 are non-dinosaurs. The Stegosaurus is a very popular one that still hasn't been done yet. I mean, there are still a couple popular dinosaurs that haven't been really addressed yet. The Raptor one, I guess you could say, is kind of addressed in the Galar one, like at least the front part of it is. But a Stegosaurus, Ankylosaurus, those are big ones that haven't been addressed yet, at least among herbivores. And there's things you could definitely do there. Gen 8 also gave us the whole concept of non-rock Galar starters. Or Galar fossils. And that's probably because they were combining 2 different fossils together, which took away the rock element of it in this case. But if we're going with the idea that we're not doing that and they're going to be rock, what would our Stegosaurus fossil look like? Fossil Pokemon look like? My guess is it's probably something akin to either a rock grass type, which would make sense. Like its fins could be like wood, like bark, or maybe like a fire rock type, where like the fins are actually made of fire. That could be something. But yeah, Stegosaurus definitely would be one option. Going by the non-dinosaur ones, we have the Saber-Toothed Tiger coming in at this spot. Now, this one I don't think feels likely. Again, assuming it's an Indian-based region, I don't know if this one feels likely. Just on the grounds that we would probably get a tiger Pokemon to begin with in an Indian region. It would make no sense to use up a spot with the fossil Pokemon for that. I mean, you could make an argument like you're invoking a bit more of a snow leopard vibe, I suppose, but it's a saber-toothed tiger. Now, I don't know in prehistoric Asia or whatnot if there were saber-toothed tigers, quite frankly. Most of them are found kind of more like in Russia, from what I understand, and North and South American regions. But still, saber-toothed tiger Pokemon, there are plenty of different artworks for it. One of the ones I actually liked was recently from, is it Hoops and Hip Hop? I think it's Hoops and Hip Hop, who did the Pacific Northwest Pokemon region, if I'm not mistaken. And theirs was actually like an ice fire type Pokemon, which was a really cool design. In terms of just a rock type Pokemon, this would be a Pokemon that's probably more something akin to maybe like a rock steel, rock fighting, maybe a rock dark type. It would definitely be an attacking Pokemon, whereas the Stegosaurus would be definitely more of a defensive Pokemon. But I mean, either or is still very much possible. Yeah, the only problem I have with this is that location-wise, India I don't feel like it fits very well for a saber-toothed tiger. But then again, at this point, no region does. So if you're going to give us a saber-tooth, go ahead. In terms of the next one, we have the Spinosaurus Pokemon. Now, I've seen a couple of good Spinosaurus designs. And while it's not as popular, say, like a T-Rex or a Brontosaurus or a Triceratops, Jurassic Park 3 certainly made it a bit more relevant. And design-wise, it's a Pokemon, or it's a dinosaur that's right for a Pokemon design. Like, it's got a great design to it. Now, should note that the design you see here, the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus, is not the real-world design, real-world body structure of a Spinosaurus. Real-world structure is a bit more akin to like a crocodile. It's a bit more of a all-fours type dinosaur that could kind of go upright occasionally. Still, it's the more popular design of it is a pretty solid design for like a or for a fossil type Pokemon, or a Pokemon in general. Long nose, the fin. You can do a lot with the fin in terms of design. I've seen like Ice Rock. I've seen Dark Rock, Ghost Rock. I've seen a lot of different designs for a Spinosaurus type Pokemon. And even though it's Spinosaurus aegypticus, it's is its given name. Therefore, it would make more sense to have it show up in, like, say, an African region-based Pokemon game. I still think India could be a good region to throw it in. So last on the list is one that I think doesn't get brought up enough. Like when I found images of this type of Pokemon or the creature designed for a Pokemon, not a lot came up. And I was a little surprised at it because it's a really cool idea. That's the Terra Bird. Now, the Terra Bird was a species. There are multiple species of Terra Bird, but they were basically giant this is from the TV show Primeval. Giant two-legged murder birds of death. They were basically dinosaurs, is what they were. They hunted possibly we don't know exactly how they hunted. They may have hunted by themselves or they may have hunted in packs, but they had huge ass heads, giant razor sharp beaks. They were effectively giant. They are two-legged dinosaurs basically, and they were dominant, like apex predators. A Terra Bird, I think, could be really cool to see. You could have it as like maybe a rock flying to start with, but it evolves into maybe a rock fighting type. And honestly, a rock fighting type or like a rock steel type with like the beak, that would be, I think, really cool to see. The Terra Bird, I think, could make a really cool Pokemon design. Absolutely. So I said there was one other thing I wanted to address, and that's this: is that because the reason I chose India as my prediction for the next generation is because there's been a lot of hints towards India. Even in Alola, there was hints towards India because we have Yungoos, which was introduced from a different region, and we have not seen the region yet that introduced Yungoos. We have not seen its natural region. Being a Mongoose-based Pokemon, and Mongoose being native to India, it made sense that India might be that region. Well, that gets further solidified with the fact that Galar's Caparaja is also not from Galar. It's from a different region. And the Caparaja from the other region are different than the ones in Galar. Galar is technically a regional variant of the original Caparaja. So, and being an elephant, and obviously an Indian native elephant, hence Copper and Raja, which is like a sultan, basically, of India, a ruler of India. It makes sense that India, to me, would be the next region. But because there's connections to both those regions, and it sounds like some strong connections, what if, instead of like any of these new ones I'm talking about here, what if you still get the Galar fossil Pokemon, but instead you were able to find the full, complete versions of the Galar fossil Pokemon? Instead of Dracovish, instead of Arctozolt, that was what it was, Arctovish and Dracozolt, you would get whatever the complete Pokemon of Draco, whatever, something Vish, Arcto, whatever, and something Zolt. You would get that full electric, probably electric rock as they get brought back to life. Electric rock, little dinosaur, yellow dinosaur. You would get the full, but a full dragon Pokemon, probably a rock dragon. You would get the full ice Pokemon, and you would get the full fish Pokemon. That, to me, actually makes a lot of sense, because if you're already introducing this combat of mixed up fossils, we're only getting half the fossil. In theory, that means there's 4 unidentified Pokemon out there that we know exist in the lore. So to me, that actually makes full sense to do that. At the same time, though, we would just want new original Pokemon, because that's what we hunger for as fans. So, I like that idea, personally. I also like the idea of anything I did here, plus anything else that could be thrown out there. There's plenty of original fossil-type Pokemon. Subjectively, that's the name of his channel, just did his fan-made fossil Pokemon for the Mezcal region based off Mexico, what he's doing. And he's a great illustrator. I love watching his stuff. And he just did some that have nothing to do with anything I just threw out there, and it was still a really cool concept. So, granted, he did steal something I theorized for one of the legendary Pokemon, but that's a different thing entirely. And he did it for a fossil Pokemon. I was like, no, dude, you gotta do it. You can't do it for the fossil Pokemon. You gotta do it for a legendary. Think this through, man. But, yeah. Either way, it's still great stuff. I recommend you check out his channel. Until then, though, that's my thoughts on what our fossil Pokemon in this theorized Generation 9 could be. But for right now, we still got Pokemon Snap coming. I know we got a new Detective Pikachu coming. What, Gen 9 remakes coming Gen 9. Gen 4 remakes coming. As far as I know, those are pretty much now, but they haven't been officially confirmed by like the Pokemon website. But the domain names for Diamond and Pearl have been, registered, and apparently like some legit Pokemon like YouTubers are like, oh no, it's been confirmed. So it's like, okay, yeah, so Gen 4 remakes probably in November or whatever. Those are coming. So until then, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put it in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. And hit that bell if you want notifications. This is the only video I'm doing today. I'll be back tomorrow, though, with Who Would Win. I'm actually going to pre-record it today, so I'll just get it up before I go to work. Until then, later, folks.